What's going on, everybody? My name is Jermaine Anderson, owner of Cypherson Entertainment, and welcome to the video of the day. Today we're going to talk about the difference between an iPod wedding and a wedding DJ. So we're going to go through the iPod wedding, the Craigslist DJ, and the professional DJ. So let's go ahead and get started on our video. So first of all, let's talk about the first option, that is iPod for a wedding reception. Now, some couples who look for entertainment usually like to save money, and this is one route that you can go. And I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each of these options between the iPod, the Craigslist DJ, and the professional DJ, because different people have different budgets, and I'd like to educate you on the pros and cons of each of these options. So, first of all, let's talk about the iPod. So the first pro, of course, is going to save you money, and there's no DJ required for you to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars. The next pro is you can customize your own songs and playlists, and your songs are guaranteed to get played. So you can put songs on the iPod, and you can actually put whatever songs that you want on there, and any songs that you don't want, of course, you're not going to put them on there. So it's a advantage to actually have songs that you want on an iPod when you have an iPod for your wedding reception. Now, for the cons, you're not going to be able to control the music. You're not going to be able to cue the mix, make transitions, or play music at the time that you want to play them if you just let the iPod play automatically. Now, you can do manual plays and things like that, but you're not going to be able to make those easy transitions from one song to the next without the next con, which is silence between tracks, which I call the space of death, because it can kill the dance floor when you have silence in between tracks. If you have DJs who play at weddings, you usually will hear the songs usually come together, whether through a mix, beat matching, or transitions. And when you do that, you're not actually leaving silence in between tracks. But like an iPod, you're playing it like a CD, where you're going to have silence maybe 2 or 3 seconds in between tracks, which can kill the dance floor if you really want things to flow right. The next con we're looking at is that you'll have to seek through tracks to find a requested song that you want. Now with this, you can have somebody who can want to request a song, but if you got to go through your iPod trying to find the song, that's going to take maybe a minute, maybe a couple minutes, just trying to find a track. And you really be in trouble if you're like at the end of the track that you're playing. Of course, with the silence, it really doesn't turn a lot of people on, especially when they're dancing. And that can be a nuisance. The next con is that you will have to get your own sound equipment to hook your iPod up to. So if you have a iPod, iPad, or whatever you want to use, you're gonna have to get your own equipment. With DJ, if you hire a DJ, they usually have equipment, so they don't have to worry about having to buy sound equipment. They should already have their own equipment. But with you using an iPod, if you don't have sound equipment, you may have to rent out equipment. You may have to ask a friend, or you may have to just buy it yourself, which, when you have a DJ, they actually have their own equipment. You won't have to worry about trying to find equipment. And then the next con is that you will have to keep an iPod charged to avoid low battery. And when you have a fully charged iPod, you usually can get by. But if you don't have an iPod that is fully charged, if it's partially charged, you may be in that risk of a low battery shutdown when the iPod's very low on battery, which means you're going to have to charge it, which could take minutes to charge, or you just have to keep the iPod on a charger while you're using it. So the next option is another cheap option for wedding couples, is the Craigslist DJ. Now when we say Craigslist DJ, we don't mean every DJ posts on Craigslist, because we have professional DJs who post on Craigslist just to get their name out sometimes. But what we mean by Craigslist DJ is the DJs that usually charge very low prices, which one of the pros, of course, it's going to save you money. They usually charge very low prices compared to a professional DJ, and DJ has better control of the music, unlike using an iPod. So DJs may have DJ programs where they can use Serato, virtual DJ, or whatever to crossfade or beat match or mix. So you don't have that silence in between the tracks, which is another pro for actually hiring a DJ. Now, the cons to the Craigslist DJ, however, unlike a professional DJ, Craigslist DJs are usually inexperienced in most cases, usually with wedding receptions. Now, you could get a Craigslist DJ that is either very inexperienced and don't do too many gigs, or you can have somebody who may have done gigs, maybe do clubs and things like that, but they haven't really done many wedding receptions to even get the feel of how a wedding reception should operate. So that's a con with the Craigslist DJ. The next con is that some of them have cheap, low quality gear and don't really invest a lot of money into good quality gear. Cheap gear sometimes break down very easily. Cheap gear may not sound as great as a high quality brand, and professional DJs usually try to use the best gear possible. The next con is that they may have a small song list or have low quality copies of music. And what I mean by low quality copies of music is usually the music that if you play it on a big system, it doesn't sound good. It's usually songs that people download on those torrent sites, and some of you may know about this, that some of the song quality don't sound like it was actual. If you bought the actual CD or you got the actual song online on Google Play or Amazon or those types of sites, they're not that high quality. And some DJs even have small song lists that don't cater to a lot of different people, different demographics. They may have one set song list for one particular genre, or they just don't have too many songs at all, or they don't keep their music library up to date. So that's what I mean by a small song list. They're also unorganized, don't meet with clients prior to the event, or have no structured itinerary. What I mean by that is some of these DJs don't really meet with their clients before the event. They usually just, they say, okay, I'll do the gig for you, and then they just come the day of, do their thing, get their paycheck, and go home. But with a professional, usually meet with the clients prior to the event, get an idea of the timeline, and talk with photographers, videographers, etc., in order to make sure things run smoothly, instead of asking people, oh, what do we do next? What do we do next during the reception, which can be very annoying, especially when you're working with your clients, and then you have to ask your clients, or you have to ask someone else about certain things, and that really wastes a lot of time and it's unprofessional. And then the next con is lack motivation and talent to entertain guests. Some of these DJs are nonchalant, they mess up, they don't care. Or some of the DJs really don't care about being serious, taking their job seriously in order to give high quality service to the clients and to the guests. And then finally, we're into the professional DJs. Lots of pros for this. So the first pro is that they have years or decades of experience during their careers. So they can do wedding receptions. They have a lot of experience. They've done it before. They know what to do. They know how to keep things going. They know what type of orders work well with certain wedding receptions. So that's a very good plus there. They have backup equipment. So in case they have equipment that break down, they can actually have backup equipment. So if they have equipment like a laptop, breaks down, they have an extra one. They have an extra amp. They have some extra speakers. So things will keep going instead of just having to end everything because the equipment broke down. They can entertain guests outside and just playing music, which leads to the next pro of great MC skills, and they make announcements. So professional wedding DJs do more than just play music. They do the MC and they make the announcements. They do maybe wedding games with the guests, entertaining the guests, getting the guests involved. Trying to interact with people is the big thing for a professional DJ. Unlike some of the other DJs, all they do is just play the music, hit the play button, and that's all they do. They don't want to speak on the mic, don't want to make announcements. The announcements like grand entrance, cake cutting, blessing during dinner at times, or announce a bouquet, garter tosses, and things like that. They're organized, meeting with the clients a few times before the event, have structured itinerary, timeline, and coordinate with photographers, caterers, videographers, and we just talked about that a few minutes ago. And I usually like to meet with my clients at least twice before the event. Now, some of the weddings that I've done are very small, which don't require too many meetings, but then some of them are larger, may require more meetings, kind of get an idea of itineraries, see if there's anything that have changed. Are everybody going to be at the wedding where we do the grand entrance? Are we going to have everybody there, or do I need to cut out a few people off the list of people who were supposed to be there? So, things like that. That's why it's so urgent to meet with clients to make sure things run smoothly and don't screw up what you could have fixed when you're meeting with clients. The next pro is a large song list and have high quality copies of music. So large song lists are very good if you have song lists that have songs that people like, and also songs that cater to different demographics. You can have a wedding reception where people want country. You may have one where people want hip-hop and R&B. You may have one where they want top 40 or EDM. That's why you want to have a big library, because you can have a diverse crowd where you want to play maybe some R&B, some country, some EDM, some top 40. And you definitely want to be prepared for that, because you may have people want to request certain songs. And, if you have a good song list, you can actually have the song and actually you can play the songs for them, or you get a lot of people want to request this brand new song that came out, and that's why you want to keep up with your library too, keep it up to date, because you may find some new hit songs that come out, and then now people's like, oh, I want to hear this song, and then you got multiple people want to hear that same song, and if you don't keep your list updated, then you're not gonna really have a chance to get those new songs. So the professional DJ definitely keeps up to date, has large song lists. The next pro is control the music and can read the crowd. Now, reading the crowd is also a big thing, especially during the party. You can have people who want to listen to country music, and you play country music, you see the dance floor is packed. Okay, yeah, country music, they like it there. I could play some more country late in the night. If you're playing hip hop and people are really not feeling it, and that kind of makes you think, maybe hip-hop's not what they like, but they're liking the country, they're liking the top 40, I'm going to keep playing that stuff. You got older crowd. If you see that you got older people in the audience, you may want to throw some oldies on, some oldies, some 70s, some 80s, that type of music to cater to them. You want to make sure you cater to everybody during a wedding reception. It's just not particular to one particular audience. Now, if you got a bunch of young people, you're probably going to be more likely to play some of the latest stuff, more of the top 40s, and some of the stuff that, they know, and things like that. Then I highly recommend professional DJ, which leads to that next pro, because professional DJs, you're going to be more likely to have somebody who can run things a lot smoothly than a Craigslist DJ. And of course, it's going to do better with the music management than an iPod. But the only con that I see is that they can be expensive, but they can be worth the money if you can invest in them. And so that's pretty much all that I have in this video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and also like on social media and go on www.cyphercitient.com.